Hey, what's up, everybody? Today I want to talk about lucid dreaming. Since it's a big part of spiritual development and a lot of spiritual teachers talk about it, I want to give my part of the story and my experiences with it. So here we go. First, a little quote that I have of me when I had my best lucid dream, basically. What have I been looking at in waking life? This is so beautiful. Like literally, the entire environment that I've seen was so beautiful. It was like beyond realistic. It was beyond everything. There was some negative connotation with it, but it was like so small and so beautifully put away that it was just like a wolf running around in the environment, and it had a little bit of a negative connotation with it, but the entire environment was so beautiful that I just thought like, what have I been looking at these past weeks or so? Okay, and this is another example. This is when I actually decided to write this down. Today I took a nap in which I played the ultimate sequel to Kingdom Hearts game series. That's when I figured I had to record this episode of Lucid Dreaming. It was that amazing. I tried to hit record while I was in the dream, like I could already control my PC. That's when the dream ended. I could actually open up my computer, open up my Streamlabs, open up my recording software, let's say, and I could hit record, but then when I hit record, the dream ended. So it's still kind of deceiving. Like you can kind of play with these levels of integrity, of realism. So you will still be fooled while you're lucid dreaming. So you're not like 100% lucid. You will be like between like 50% lucid and 150% lucid, since you can also experience realities that are like more realistic than the ones than the normal waking life reality. So there's a lot possible, and there's a lot to find out about it. So if you're interested in lucid dreaming, I suggest you go ahead and practice it. It's not that hard. I'll explain how you can get into it fairly easily without practicing all these techniques of counting your uh, or keeping track of time during the day and such, and watching all these subtle cues during the day. You don't need to do all that. You could do all it, but I don't really recommend it. It doesn't really work for me. So one of the ways to most easily get your life to work out for you is by following your dreams. Literally, these dreams can literally satisfy your life. If you've been depressed, or if you've been in with heavy negative emotion, these dreams can like uplift your entire spirit in no time. So, and there's like no requirement other than you having to have a bed, you having to have like the ability to go to sleep. So that's the only requirement. And because if you are truly in love with what you want to get out of life, you can attain it. Because, well, that may be a little bit of an over exaggeration, but if you're truly in love with something in life, the path towards it is kind of like self evident and self fulfilling. Like every step of the way becomes a joy, and it doesn't matter where you end up, you will be on your way towards better, and you will just be in love with the experience, right? Lucid dreaming allows you to get in tune with your higher self easily if you wish to do so, or higher entities again. It's sometimes hard to discern, like if you're in tune with your higher self or higher entities or other entities, but it doesn't really matter at that point. It would be nice, I'd say, if you could remember the entity and the identity of the beings you interact with. And I have one clear being I interacted with, which is Draw. I have a whole video about Draw. That was like a very specific entity that I interacted with. But other than that, I don't really remember them too clearly. So it's not even required for you to remember too clearly. You can just remember them by experience. That's fine as well. I'd say that's that's just fine. Like if you can't get a name or anything like that, that's fine. For me, it hasn't been too much of an issue to get into lucid dreaming, but if you want, you can look up some specific techniques online. I find it a bit deceiving though, because many of these specific techniques, like not being able to read things in your dream, have been debunked for me. Yeah, like there are some things totally not true that are on the internet. Like you can definitely read what's in your lucid dream. You can definitely see what's on written on text or on a wall or something, or in graffiti, or I don't know, on paper, or I don't know. Like you can definitely discern like words in your dreams. That's totally true. There is something to be said for some ambiguity to be held in your dreams, but we're trying to exploit this ambiguity. We're trying to exploit it in the way that we can get clarity out of it. So we're trying to push ourselves to recognize in this ambiguity that, like, you would zoom in on text, for example, and it would change. We would actually look at the text as if it it could change, but it stays the same. Like the identity is so solid and so um multi-representative that it, if it changes, it changes within the same identity. So it actually stays the same. It's kind of hard to explain, but dreams have these kind of liquidy kind of feel about it sometimes. Like things can shift a lot, and you can actually warp locations and you can warp identity as well. So it's kind of liquidy, like you have to imagine. You probably recognize it, right? If you've dreamed before, if you remembered your dreams before, which you probably have, you'll probably recognize it a little bit what I'm talking about. But if you get more into lucid dreaming, you will have more of an idea what I mean. So here are the things I suggest you should do to get into lucid dreaming. These have worked for me. Don't be ultra tired when you go to sleep, or sleep a little longer than usual. You could just take a nap during the day. Go to sleep with the intention of aligning with your true self. Then you can find the freedom to dream lucidly. This is really important. Like there are many types of comfort you can find in sleeping. Like you can find comfort in sleeping by going all out, blackout, numb in your sleep because you're so tired. That helps as well. Like then waking up from the deep sleep state and feeling all rejuvenated, that helps as well. But you can find all sorts of comfort in sleeping, and one of them is lucid dreaming. Well, multiple. It covers multiple spectrum. I'd say spectra. I guess lucid dreaming covers multiple spectra. But yeah, I haven't really thought this out. I'm trying to talk about it now, but if you are aligning with your true self, then you have like a clear motive or clear minded goal in your dreams, and it will become much more easily to manipulate your dreams, and you will actually know what to do and when to do it, and it won't be as stressful. So emotional practice is really good for this, and practice with your psyche, with your thoughts. Any kind of practice is kind of useful actually, because you will orient yourself towards it. If you're just looking to communicate with your higher self, and you're just looking to go into a certain field, for example, like you want to better yourself in your work or your passion or your hobbies, or something else, you want to get inspiration, then this is the way to go. You just align with your true self, which is kind of metaphor with your higher self, and then you can find the freedom to dream lucidly. Make sure you don't have unnecessary worries in your life. This depends from person to person, so be realistic about what is good for you. I have kind of a lot of worries in my life right now, so I don't expect you to really get rid of all of them, but it's not necessary at least. But yeah, it helps to not have too many worries in your life. That's for sure. And if you don't want to follow any of this or think you have everything in check, just get ready to be creative with your dreams. That's my final step. And then I have one more experience I want to share. That's the experience I had today. I had last night before I finished up this episode. So I had it today. This time I called upon my time machine concept I shared in an earlier video. It came to the dream as a giant ball, which was a sort of spacecraft, and it made all sorts of great fireworks possible, which were conducted by my state of being, together with this audio visual kind of alteration. So it was like really heavy and really, it was kind of violent, but very, very in sync with who I was and with the beings who joined me. Also, were in sync with the event, but it kind of got cut off. It got cut off by uh, again a text I saw. It said "Ende," "Ende," like in German. I think it means end, "Ende." It said clearly "Ende" in the sky, also in fireworks, and that's when the thing went kind of south. Um. Oh, there was a lot of audio and writing in the sky, and the environment was a city in Britain. I'm pretty sure. That was just the vibe I was picking up. I was watching some Trek Trendy yesterday. I don't know if you know him, but he's like a guy that travels around the world on these luxurious uh, travel methods like trains and planes and cruise ships and such. And that's probably why it was in Britain. I'm not sure, but I think so. Um, yeah, it only lasted for so long until the things went south and the dream came to an end. But I'd say it was still very worthwhile experience. Well, guys, that's basically all for now. That's basically an introductory episode to lucid dreaming. It's really not that hard. If you don't have success immediately, don't get stressed out. It's kind of something you want to get into. You kind of want to practice it. If you do have some success, that already helps. But yeah, you kind of have to practice it. And still, once you practice, you will still get fooled a little bit by your dreaming states, I'd say. Yeah, that's pretty much all for now, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to leave a comment about how it works out for you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.